So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 36-piece Wusthof Classic ultimate knife set. It has pretty much all the knives that they're going to ever make. And I'm doing it this way with nothing on the table because it's so many knives that I really need to keep track of everything and put them down properly. And they're probably going to end up going off camera. So it's going to be easier doing it this way and making sure that you guys have all the information you need. Obviously, first and foremost, it comes with this gorgeous block. And it's really well built. It comes in a couple of different colors. This is the cherry color, which I actually prefer the most. I think it stands out nicely with the knives without looking too in your face. So with that said, let's discuss the Classic line and move forward from there. The Classic line by Wusthof is essentially the quintessential high-end German knife that people imagine when they think about high-end German knives. And that's because Wusthof essentially created that niche and then has been around for 200 plus years after that. The knives are forged and handmade. They use their own proprietary blend of metal, which is about a 58 hardness, which means it is hard enough to not need honing and sharpening that often, but soft enough to where you can use the knife every day and throw it in your sink and stuff and not worry about breaking pieces of the knife off like you would with a harder knife. It is forged, like I said, and it's a very traditional design. You can see that it has a full bolster all the way down, and what that means is that this portion is not actually sharp, but from here forward it is actually extremely sharp. It's 14 degrees, which is sharper than most Japanese knives, believe it or not. Aside from that very big bolster, it also has a very hefty, thick tang, and both of those things mean that this knife feels very substantial in terms of weight when it's in your hand, and a lot of people do actually like that. Aside from that, it does come with a full lifetime warranty, which is great, and I think this is probably the perfect knife for someone who wants a very sharp knife, which this is, but who likes the more traditional design and the traditional weight of a German-style knife, and in that case, the Wusthof Classic line is the perfect choice for you. With that said, let's actually talk about what's in this 36-piece set. Of course, the 8-inch chef's knife. And let's just quickly mention this, a honing steel, which I'm going to put right up there. And then, of course, the actual scissors, which, let's see if I can get in there well, go right in here. Oh, switch it around. Go right in there. Aside from that, you have the hard cheese knife. And the entire point of this is to give you leverage to push down on the corner of the cheese and then put your weight down and cut through it. You have 8 of these steak knives. I'm only going to put one there because, again, we barely have space for everything. But trust me, there are 8 of them. You have the 3-inch flat and hollow ground paring knife. You have this right here, the carving fork, very well built. You have the hollow ground 8-inch carving knife, which is again very nicely built and is part of that set. A 6-inch utility knife. A 4.5-inch utility knife. Like I said, we're definitely going to be running out of space here, I think. An 8-inch bread knife. This insane 10-inch chef's knife. It won't even fit on the cutting board. A 6-inch chef's knife. A 4.5-inch chef's knife. This giant 6-inch meat cleaver. Let's try not to cut myself. A 7-inch flexible filleting knife. A 7-inch hollow ground santoku knife. The 8-inch Wunder knife. Actually, let's put that right there. The soft cheese knife with the holes to reduce drag and sticking. a 5-inch Santoku knife, the 10-inch super slicer that actually has reverse serrations, making it perfect for not only meats, but also things like watermelon. Does it fit here? Yes, it does. A 5-inch boning knife that you use to break down primal cuts and to remove bones from meat. A 5-inch tomato, also known as a serrated utility knife. Three and a half inch standard paring knife, a 4-inch paring knife, a 2.5-inch trimming knife, really getting it close here, a 3-inch serrated paring knife, and then finally, a 2.5-inch bird beak paring knife for making decorative cuts and tournée cuts. So this right here, remember there are 8 of the steak knives, but this right here is the 36-piece set from Wusthof under their classic line. As you can see, it has pretty much everything you would ever need in your kitchen and much, much more. I'll put a link down to it below, but like I said, the Wusthofs are perfect for someone who likes the German-style knives, the heavier, heftier German-style knives, and likes having weight behind their cut while they're cutting. Either way, remember, these are extremely, extremely sharp knives, long, long past the days of when German knives used to be 20-degree or 22-degree angles. This is 14, which, like I said, is sharper than most Japanese knives. So I'll put a link down to it below if you guys have any questions, any comments, or any concerns. As always, let me know. And otherwise, I will talk to you very soon. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 36-piece Wusthof Classic ultimate knife set. It has pretty much all the knives that they're going to ever make. And I'm doing it this way with nothing on the table because it's so many knives that I really need to keep track of everything and put them down properly. And they're probably going to end up going off camera. So it's going to be easier doing it this way and making sure that you guys have all the information you need. Obviously, first and foremost, it comes with this gorgeous, gorgeous block. And it's really, really well built. It comes in a couple of different colors. This is the cherry color, which I actually prefer the most. I think it stands out nicely with the knives without looking too in your face.